Hello, beach friends. We are headed over to Sanibel because last year about this time, that's what I found. So I was curious, a year later, what am I going to find? So I'm headed out to Bowman's, which is where I had went that first time, bright and early, because that's what I do. And we're going to go for a little beach walk. We're going to see lots of shells. We're going to see beautiful beach. And guys, I came across the cutest thing ever. So we're going to take a look at that too. And if you're ready to go for our weekly beachy walk, let's go to the beach. We are over at Bowman's, and I just wanted to show you here on by the recycling and the garbage, somebody left a bag of shells. So you could literally start your day here with a little bag of shells, which was kind of fun. So this is after about 4 days after Fred had come through, that tropical storm. So it's a little bit soggy. I wasn't able to get out there right away, but hopefully it might have churned up a little something. We're going to have to see. Now at Bowman's, just keep in mind, it is a bit of a walk. This is not a beach for people who just kind of want to get out of your car and hit the beach right away. It is quite a walk until you get to the beach proper. There's a couple of boardwalks. There's some trail you kind of got to go over. So if you're going to visit Bowman's, just be prepared. You're definitely going to want a cart. You're not going to want to carry all your stuff all the way to the beach. And you will see these guys. That is sea grapes. You'll hear the term sea grape, but that is a sea grape tree, and those are actually sea grapes. So I'm still walking, still walking till I get to the beach. And like I said, it is lovely. I do like it a lot. Just make sure you're prepared because it is a lot of walking. So finally made it here to the beach. All right, it's looking pretty good. Got a little pile here. But I'm going to keep walking. Just the water seems to kind of tell me what kind of day we're going to have. So I definitely see shells. So that is fantastic. There is something there on the beach. Great. Kind of take a peek. What are we looking at? All right. For the most part, the common stuff. Oh, but we do have a piece of a tulip here. Okay, maybe. Maybe we'll find something like a banded tulip. Okay, I was planning on going snorkeling. But I do not believe clarity is going to be in my favor. And how I was talking about how it was such a long walk here? It's not the kind of thing where you're going to want to run back to your car. So I bring all my gear with me and I just haul it along because that's how I do it. All right, got ourselves a scallop. Now, if we remember from the image that we saw from last year, there were a lot of scallops, and I will be picking up some. They are lovely, but I'm going to try to see if we can find a variety. We can find a little bit something different. So tons of arcs. The Venus, the crossbarred Venus clams, a couple of slippers. Always going to find slippers in there. Let's do a little check. It's 8:05 in the morning. The tide will be going out soon. It is 80, feels like 88, but it is still pretty awesome. No complaints here. So still scanning. Okay. Found a little something. A lightning whelk. Those are rather ubiquitous. It's okay. We'll take it. Okay. Okay. That's a pretty scallop. That's a calico scallop with an absolutely lovely pattern. All right. What are we going to check out next? A lettered olive. It's missing its top. Trying to see if it's got that shine to it. And I suspected it didn't pass the shine test. It was missing its top. So it was probably rolling around there for a little while. Here we have a turkey wing. It's not too bad a shape. There is a little bristle worm mark on it, but that is okay. Definitely going to keep it. We have no idea what kind of things we're going to find. Okay, here's a little auger. And those typically, because it's up on the beach and not in the water, you don't have to be too worried about the critters. I mean, you're definitely going to want to check. Oh, okay, cool. It's just a piece, but it is a flat. And those are not easy to come by, so I'm going to keep that piece. And a broad-ribbed cardita. Really cool colors on that guy. Very nice. Another lightning whelk. Okay, cool. Oh, bummer. All right, that is a bay scallop, but it is missing a bunch, so probably not going to hold on to that. Now that one's real pretty. And that one, we'll do a little montage of them just so I'm not going to pick them up all day, I promise. So we have a little of a montage of some calico scallops, because they are pretty, but we're looking for something a little bit more interesting. Here we have a calico clam. Love the patterns on those. And we definitely have some shells to look through. So that, again, super happy that at least there's something on the beach. But summers are slow. Summers are definitely not the best time. Here we have another lightning whelk. Summers are not great for finding shells. Here we have a buttercup lucine. Nice bright yellow color. Very cool. And here we have another bay scallop. Let's see, is it intact? Okay, yeah. I'm going to go with intact bay scallop. Awesome. Can we keep that one? Oh, and a little paper fig. Just a little one. Those delicate little shells. I'm going to put that in my sand dollar box. Make sure that that doesn't get lost or broken. And a coquina. I wish they got bigger. The colors on them are just beautiful. But they don't get very big. Just a little coquina. So typically the walk that I would do starts at Bowman's, and then we're going to walk all the way up to Blind Pass and back. Just have to kind of see how that goes. And I was fascinated with the turtle nests. You can see them there on the right, those yellow posts, because I was really hoping that I'd see some baby turtles. I was really just hoping that that's something I would find today. So as you know, we'll see one, and that's coming up in a little while. But I really was, as I was walking down the beach, hoping to manifest, a whole nest of them hatching. Another lightning whelk. Well, so far in the scallop and lightning whelk department, we're doing just great. Fingers crossed, we'll find some other cool things. Boy, oh boy, that to me looks like it was a mossy arc. Just totally beat up. What else are we going to check out? Okay, lightning whelk. This one, the worm looks like it got all the way through the shell, or it eventually just wore through. So that is from a bristle worm, and they excrete acid, and then their bodies actually kind of etch through the shell. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Shark eye. Oh, top of a shark eye. Oh man, I haven't found any of the nice big shark eyes lately, so this is just a piece. Womp womp. And another turkey wing. Pretty beat up. A pretty beat up turkey wing. Probably not going to hold on to that. Yeah. Check it. Keep it moving. All right, on the bottom there we have a yellow prickly cockle paired with a calico scallop. Oh, very cool. That is a rough scallop. Nice coloring. It's got its little ridges on the bottom, or those little flares that come out. Really cool. Okay, and a calico scallop with a really cool pattern. I know it's a scallop, but really pretty pattern on it. Well, that's weird. A lightning whelk. All right, he's a little worn down. Kind of looks funny from that way. I don't know. There's a certain size of those lightning whelks that just look really weird to me. All right. Oh man, it's a cool orange shell, and it is cool orange shell with a big hole in it. And another rough scallop. Okay. Come, see, isn't that pretty? Yeah. Scallops are cool. Rough scallops are a little bit cooler. A little bit harder to find. And another bay scallop. A little bit rounded, but that's what that guy is. And an orange too. I have a little orange project I'm hopefully going to work on. So I've always really liked the orange shells. So I am on a mission for orange shells, scallops, whatever I can find. And here is a pretty beat up horse conch. Too bad it wasn't more of that orange color. I just might have kept it. And lettered olive. All right, I wonder if that's going to pass the shine test. I suspect it will not. Yeah. I'm just going to keep the super shiny ones. Really cool pattern on that one. Another calico scallop. And there's the turtle nests. Kind of hanging around waiting to see. Maybe one of them will just erupt with baby turtles, but not right now anyway. Seems like a good time for a little beach time, doesn't it? Okay, let's continue with our scallop and lightning whelk walk. All right, that's a bay scallop. Okay, now here's something kind of interesting. This is a southern quahog, and you'll notice that it has a dark, like bluish color to it, and that happens when it's been buried in sand or mud that has low levels of oxygen. So the natural iron in the shell turns blue. Now, someone had asked me what would happen if I put that in acid. So I'm going to do that at the end of the video, because a lot of times those shells, when they dry, they look like that. They don't have that bluish dark color to them. They're more of a lighter color. But I'm going to go ahead and take that dark one, dip it in acid, and at the end, we're going to see what happens. So this little squishy critter, I think that green thing, I think that is a sea hare, but it was so tangled up and I really didn't want to handle it too much. It was definitely squishy, so I wanted to get it back into the water over the surf so it could kind of have a little bit, it was not going to fight with the water. There you go, buddy. So hopefully that critter went on to do its critter thing. That's weird. Another scallop, but really pretty, right? Like with the sun ray beams. I like those. Calico scallop. So we're still moving along. At some point, we're going to get to the point where we actually can't pass anymore. So now it's 8:53. Still on the beach, still kind of looking for stuff. Looks like we got ourselves a worn down Florida fighting conch. Still pretty cool. A little bit of purple on the inside. It is rather worn though. It's got a kind of a cool pattern, but I'm going to show restraint. I'm going to leave that there and then just check out this piece of a shark eye that I wish was whole. Oh well. Oh well. Whoa. Okay, this is a hinged disc dosinia. It's kind of fun, and you'll notice that the shell on the right, it has two drill holes, one toward the top and one toward the bottom. So that guy, he must have been delicious. Somebody really wanted to eat him. So I'm in the water, and this is my favorite because it's very challenging. Not a whole lot here, but I did have my scooper with me. So along the way, I'm scooping, I'm looking. Looks like all right, that's what caught my eye, was another Florida fighting conch. And that one, there's something, all right, it's got a shell jammed in there. And I like the weird kind of like cow pattern on it. So it's different. I'm going to keep it. Another turkey wing. All right, he's in pretty good shape. Go ahead and keep that. Now what? Sea glass? I guess Fred did do a little bit of churning out there. I never find sea glass. I find garbage, but not sea glass. So that's pretty cool. Nice pretty color green. It's nice and, I guess, weathered on the edges. Very cool find. What's this? Another one of those rough scallops. It's a little bit more, it's a little chipped here and there, but still beautiful color. I'm going to hold on to that. Oh, there's another one of those southern quahogs. with that blue and dark color. I'm going to keep that too. I might need that for part of the experiment we're going to do at the very end. What? 2 pieces of sea glass? Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure. Is that garbage? Is it garbage or is it sea glass? But I'm going to classify that as sea glass as well. Very cool. And just so you know, I almost never, I think I might have mentioned it, I almost never find sea glass. Look at this happy fella. All right, so this is a sawtooth pen shell. There's a couple of different ones. This is called a sawtooth pen shell, and they get up to be 9 inches. My absolute favorite nickname for these are beach tacos. Someone I ran to on the beach left me with that little nugget beach taco. And check this out. This is what the inside of that pen shell looks like. It's called nacre, and it's got that iridescent mother of pearl look to it. So it's not the most handsome shell ever, but the inside is just beautiful. What? I can't believe it. Another piece of sea glass. And I think that's legitimate sea glass. It's rounded enough. I can't believe how much I'm finding today. Crazy. I can't say I never find it, because apparently I do. So as I'm walking along the beach, I happen to notice a couple of these purple flowers called beach morning glory. And they're also known as a railroad vine. And they were everywhere. It was just beautiful. So you have the beach on the left. You have this gorgeous like meadow with flowers on the right. Oh, it was gorgeous. So at this point, I'm still walking north. I'm headed up toward Blind Pass and just taking it all in. Whatever's in the water, maybe there'll be birds, maybe there'll be shells, anything interesting I'm kind of finding along the way. And it looks like a lot of the beach has receded. So a lot of the time I'm kind of walking behind these patches of trees and whatnot. But look, another beautiful view to take in. All right, back to looking through some shell piles. I thought that was an Eastern Atlantic slipper snail. However, they only get to be 1 inch big, and that one was much bigger. So I'm not sure what kind of big old slipper snail that was. Kind of cool. There's another scallop that looks like it had a run in with one of those bristle worms. A cross-barred Venus. And those are neat because sometimes they're purple on the reverse side. Sometimes they're like a bright orange. Kind of cool. I see some kitten paws. So there's definitely shells here. No lack of shells. It's just a matter of I'm a little particular and looking for something kind of exciting. All right, and I'm still making my way up and get to the point where you just can't get around the mangroves and whatnot. So I'm doing a little exploring, really feel like an explorer at that point, and I make my way out to the beach once again and come upon this massive shell pile. I mean, this is just tons of shells. So that's really exciting. Unfortunately, it's not really the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Let's take a peek. Let's look and see what we got here. It's really mostly arcs, couple jingles, and it's just, see, a kitten paw, scallop, all sorts of stuff. So depending on what you were looking for, you could have made out quite well right about here. I'm looking to still keep walking, so I'm trying to stay on the beach, and it's just, the beach is not letting me. So while I'm here, might as well make sure I, spend enough time to adequately go through the shells here. So I'm kind of checking out what's in the water. It looks to me to be pretty much the same stuff that's in that pile that we kind of just went through. I did manage to find this little orange guy. And I am in the department for some orange shells, but that was it. Look at that. Look at that massive pile. So it looks like this one little spot. All those shells are just getting pushed up onto the beach. Pretty cool. Somebody could have done some damage in that shell pile. And this was really fun. I don't know if you can see, it's not great because I didn't want to disturb them, but if you can see those pink birds all the way on the right there, those are Rosieate spoonbills. And it's so exciting to see them because they're pink, They are natural down here. It's only one of 6 species of spoonbills in the world and the only one found here in the Americas. So that is pretty fun. They do get their pink color from the things that they eat, like crustaceans and other aquatic invertebrates. Really cool to see those guys. Now, why am I seeing them? Why are there bird? Where's the water? Okay, so let's just take a look. So here's parking. Made my way over to the beach. I'm now walking north, and I'm probably in about this area right there. You'll see that there's water on both sides of me at this point, on the Gulf, and then behind me also. There's kind of rivers and creeks and whatnot. I guess it's called Old Blind Pass is back there. So that is why there's water back there. That's where the birds are hanging out. Super exciting to see some roseate spoonbills. Oh, yay! A Florida fighting conch. All right, it's a little bit beat up, but look at that cool pattern. The whole thing has pattern on it. Oh, that's neat. Yep, I know it's a little beat up, and I'm really bummed about that, but I am definitely keeping it. That is kind of unusual, so I'm going to definitely add that to my collection. And here's some critters. These are cloudy periwinkle snails. They tend to hang out. I usually find them on logs and wood and whatnot in the splash zone. So some of them are getting a little soaked, but those guys are cloudy periwinkles. And so I'm trying. I'm trying to make my way onto the beach and kind of continue my walk, but it's just not going to happen. We're here at Silver Key and I just can't go any further. So I turn around and just head back the same direction I came from. Hey, look, you never know what you're going to find. I will tell you, though, speaking of finding things, you should not worry about the alligators in Florida. You worry about the mosquitoes. Oh, my gosh. I was totally attacked while walking through this. And I'm not used to that because normally I'm on the beach. And I do like sharing. I share everything with you guys. What time of day, where I parked, how much it cost. And now I'm going to share a little message from my friend Jonah from Australia.
What's up, guys? My name is Jono, and I'm from Queensland, Australia, and I search for shells pretty much every day of my life. Last 3 years, pretty much everything about me has become shells, and this is because when I was about 15, I was going through some serious anxiety problems, and then shelling became a really big part of my life because my mother got me into it, and we started going for walks every single day to get back out into the world, and that's how it sort of got started. Fast forward about 3 years, and now I have my own little YouTube channel, my own little Instagram page, my own little website where I post all about my finds and try and teach as many people as I can about shells in the ocean. All my social medias are at Shellcade, Shellcade. Check them out.
All right, thanks, Jonah. We're going to head back to the beach, see what else we can find here. We have a seraph and a juvenile Florida fighting conch. All right, looks like I'm doing some scooping. I'm trying. Oh, look at the pattern on that beauty. All right, Florida fighting conch, gorgeous stripes on it. Little bit of purple on the inside. Oh, that's definitely a keeper, especially today. Not finding all that much exciting stuff, but that is very exciting. Okay, a lightning whelk. We've seen a couple of those today. We'll leave that for somebody else, but that one's a pretty pink scallop. I'll go ahead and take that. And another Florida fighting conch. Looks like I picked that out of the water. It's in pretty good shape. I'm going to hold on to that one. Oh, what did I see? I got a little grabby. Sometimes you got to get grabby. As long as there's nobody else around. Got myself this glowing orange shell. Very cool. Oh, and another lightning whelk. And another. Doing great on the lightning whelks today. All right, looks like I scooped and got myself a juvenile Florida fighting conch. They look so different. So that's a juvenile. It's lovely, a little bit smaller, hence the term juvenile. And here we have an adult Florida fighting conch. Again, gorgeous, but it's got that little, it's called a stromboid notch. It's on the bottom, and that's where the eye stalk comes out. So that kind of wavy part on the bottom there, that's when you can really tell that those are adult Florida fighting conchs. So it's a gorgeous day. I'm still at it. I'm still looking because you never know. I know I've already walked this beach, but the water will tend to push some goodies on the beach like that flat. Woohoo! It's whole. It's gorgeous. Super duper duper happy with that. Okay. Yay. What else we got? What else did I spy? I spy a purple scallop with a barnacle on it. But look what we got here. Whoa, okay. Hello, lovely. That is a lightning whelk, much bigger than those little ones we've been picking up. Oh, so pretty. Beautiful color. It's whole. Yay. And guys, number 2. Another flat. That is a zigzag scallop. Oh, it's awesome. Totally awesome flat. See? Just gotta keep the spirit, keep the faith. You will find something. And a spiny jewel box. He's not all that spiny. We saw, what was it, last week? Really spiky jewel box. They're so cool. And a turkey wing. So I'm probably not going to hold on to that. Yep, we'll leave that for somebody else. But I do like myself a good spiny jewel box. Oh, and a little weird worm snail. I like weird too. That's very cool. It's a little broken. It's okay. And that's the Sanibel Thriller. Periodically, not too often I'll see that go by. So that is a boat that you can get down here that goes around Sanibel and Captiva. And you can go dolphin sighting and you can see birds and whatnot. No shelling, so I haven't been on that trip yet. Maybe one of these days. And we have, we have the top of a shark eye. Yeah, we're not going to keep that. What else? What? Guys? So I guess this was the sea glass part of the beach. I don't know, but I think that's legit. It's not the best piece I've ever found, but yay, sea glass. Oh, there's another one of those southern quahogs with that dyed bluish color. Gonna hold on to that or see what happens when that goes into acid. Is it gonna keep the color? We shall see. So I know my time at the beach is kind of winding down. Found some, it was a little rough there in the beginning. Didn't find too many good things, but you know what? The sea glass, the flats were awesome. This, I think, is just garbage. Yeah, that's typically the type of glass that I find. And I'd like to remove it from the beach. I would not want anybody to step on that. So when I do find glass, I take it off the beach anyway. But that's going in the recycling. Oh, look at this. We don't need to keep that. I did keep that one from the beginning. But since I already found 2 flats, I don't need to keep this little piece. Maybe somebody else would like that. And another pen shell. Let's check this out. Yep, that's a pen shell, all right. And that is one of those half-naked pen shells with 2 little, slipper snails. Slipper snails on that. So just in case. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you in the water. Probably end up back on the beach anyway. Guys, look. It's a little baby loggerhead turtle. I got to see my turtle. All right, wasn't a whole nest erupting. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? I couldn't believe it. It's incredible. So that is a little baby loggerhead turtle making its way back into the ocean. Now, there was only just one because there are people who monitor the turtle nests down here, and they looked at one that had already hatched and they were counting to see how many came out, and this little guy was left. So they brought him to the beach and let him or her. Actually, the sex depends on how warm the eggs were kept. That determines the sex of the turtle, which is kind of neat. So when they're an adult, they look like that. That's Periwinkle. We ran into her last year. And when they're little, they're just a little speck, and there it is, making its way out into the ocean. Only 1 in 1,000 will actually make it to adulthood. So good luck, little friend. Maybe one day I can run upon you on the beach. Well, that was thrilling. That was so exciting because I really wanted to see baby sea turtles. And again, it wasn't the whole nest erupting like I wanted, but I got to see one, and that was enough. That was enough for me. So I had a really fun walk. It was far. I didn't get quite where I wanted to go. I wasn't able to make it all the way up to Blind Pass, but I still think it was a great day. Saw lots of cool stuff. Let's take a peek at everything we did manage to find today. So I did a bunch of scallops like I figured. I mean, it's Sanibel. Sanibel always has scallops. Always, always. Did manage to get a couple of those Florida finding conchs, a whole bunch of lightning whelks, including that big one. We've got a piece of that moon snail, the hinged distocenia, a couple of those turkey wings, the quahogs, got some of those calico clams, spiny jewel box, a couple ceriths and an auger, and then the orange scallops, my favorite, the flats, and the sea glass. So you know what? I still think it was a pretty fun walk. So remember I talked about these. This was the southern quahogs, and someone had asked me, because they lose their color. That's what they look like when they're dry. So someone asked, would they maybe keep their color if you dip them in acid? So we have a whole acid, and here's a link if you want to see how to make the acid and what happens. So I did dip them, let them dry, and that's what they look like. So to answer your question, or the question, no, the acid does not help. I guess it's only when they're wet, that blue color comes through, which is a bummer because it could be so pretty. So guys, thank you. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Special shout out to my Patreons. You all are awesome. And I read every comment. So if you want me to maybe check something out in the future, maybe do, I don't know, an experiment with a shell, leave me a comment. I read every single one of them. So thank you again for coming with me. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.